Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is the first Love It or Leave It of 2023. This is the segment where we talk about all of the new and upcoming luxury makeup, and I share my thoughts and tell you whether or not I am planning to purchase. I always reserve the right to change my mind, and these videos are a group project, so I always encourage you to sound off down below in the comments section. It helps me take the temperature of the room, see what you're interested in, what you're not interested in. I personally plan to skip quite a bit this year, but if the overwhelming majority is really excited about a new launch and you really want to see a review, of course, I want to be able to provide that for you. I also come with Chanel news and Sephora updates, so that is where we are going to begin. I have received so many questions regarding the Chanel Le Blanc collection. The new launch date, I just found out from my essay, April 1st. No, this is not a joke. That is going to be when the Le Blanc collection finally arrives in the US. I imagine it will be available online. I have no idea at what time it will be online that day, but at least that's when I will be able to run to the boutique and pick it up in person, and I will do my best to swatch, review, film, edit, upload, the works. There are plenty of reviews already posted online in case you'd like to check them out, since this collection has already launched in Europe and Canada, I believe. I've resisted the urge. I never like to watch a review of a product that I know I'm planning to review in the future, but they are there, so you can see the swatches, you can see how the products apply to the skin. I do want to very quickly kind of touch on each of the products so I can share my initial thoughts based on the photos, because we haven't really talked a lot about this collection yet on my channel. The standout piece that I think most people are excited about is the blush highlighter. It's kind of a blush highlight swirl, and it has the beautiful CC logo embossed right on the powder. Stunning. This is the perfect spring cheek. It looks like it has a little luminosity, but the perfect amount of pigment as well. I think this is going to be stunning in person. I cannot wait for that. My initial thoughts when I saw this eyeshadow palette, I didn't really love it. I didn't really understand it. I will say I think it's a great change from previous Le Blanc collections. This is 2 years in a row now that we've seen something a little bit different than pinky purples, which are beautiful, and they're definitely springtime appropriate. You still have a pink and a purple in this palette, but then you also have the chocolate and what appears to be almost a lemon lime. It looks in the swatches, I have seen swatches, the photos, it looks like it's more of a pale lemony green. It almost translates gold on the skin, and I imagine in the very small surface area of the eyelid, it will most likely not be an intense green or yellow. It's probably going to lean a little bit more gold. And it looks like it has a really pretty shimmery finish, so it actually might go on a little bit more sheer. I'm not head over heels over this eyeshadow palette. It reminds me of Easter candy. It's very Easter. It feels very springtime and fun and garden-esque. So I think it looks very pretty. I just know already this is not the style of palette that I generally get a lot of use out of. I'm still gonna purchase it because I'm just too darn curious. We are also getting 2 new Balm Essentials. Chanel is really doubling down on Balm Essential. This is one of their favorite products to release. We of course have Rouge Frais from the Spring Summer collection. It leaves that beautiful, slightly sun-kissed look, which is how your skin would naturally look if you spent the day at the beach. It's not my favorite product because I don't really grab for them. The other ones that I have, and I have the Rosé, I have the Bronze, I have the Pearlescent, they just don't really pack a punch. If I'm going to use a highlighter on my cheek, I'll generally go for a powder highlighter. I do really like the look of these because they kind of look iridescent. Again, I'm curious. Of course, I'm going to pick them up. We are also getting 2 Rouge Allure inks, and it looks like they are re-promoting 2 Rouge Coco Balms. So I will also pick up the lips from this collection as well. I want one of everything. April 1st, mark your calendars. And of course, you can check back here. I will update this description box with all of the links. I'll post it on Instagram stories, a community post. I do my best to kind of check all of the boxes whenever there's a huge launch. In Sephora news, we finally have all of the dates and information for the spring savings event this year, and there's a very subtle marketing change. It looks like they're just going with Sephora savings event. No spring, no holiday, savings event. makes it a little bit easier, because at one point it was a very long name when it was the VIB Beauty Insider Savings, whatever it was. So Sephora collection is 30% off for all beauty insiders through the length of the savings event, which is incredible. It kicks off on April 14th. I believe it's a Thursday or Friday. So April 14th, again, mark your calendars. Rouge, of course, can shop from the 14th through the 24th. 20% off. VIB Beauty Insiders receive 15% off starting on April 18th through the 24th, and then 10% off for all beauty insiders. That starts on April 18th and it goes through the 24th. Now, we have to be honest, if you are simply a beauty insider, if Sephora is not your shopping destination of choice for when it comes to beauty, 10% is not much. So you can probably hold off and just shop department stores. I mean, every once in a while, I think Bloomingdale's just had a 15% off beauty. Saks will have a 15% off beauty. The 20% off and the 15% off are really great deals depending on what you are picking up during the event. And of course, the Sephora collection 30% off is amazing. I recently tried several new Sephora collection products, and I want to wait so that I can share my favorites with you. But of course, the Sephora Pro collection brushes, I know I talk about them all the time. They are truly incredible. I'll pick up more this time around because they're constantly dirty. I use the eye brushes, the face brushes. I basically use all of the Sephora collection Pro brushes now. They are incredible and they are durable. I don't think I've ever seen a single hair lost from one of those brushes. Cannot say enough great things about them, and the 30% off of those I think is one of the best deals you can get during this time. So far this year, we're seeing a lot of complexion products. The new Guerlain foundation, this does interest me, and I will definitely pick this up as soon as it's available. I saw an email go out a couple days ago saying you can sign up here if you're interested. It's called Terracotta Le Tint. It has 95% natural ingredients, and it sounds like it might be similar to the High Perfection that I loved so much. This description says it has the perfection of a foundation and the lightness and radiance of powder. It's long wearing, 24 hours, transfer resistant, light texture, airy formula, medium to full coverage in 30 shades. I'm usually a 3N in Guerlain foundations. It looks like I might be a 3N in this one as well. Guerlain does foundation really well. I've never been disappointed in one of their formulas. As much as I don't need a new foundation, this is one that I definitely want to purchase. Laura Mercier has a new foundation. It's the Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation. It's supposed to be weightless. It blurs the lines between makeup and skin with medium buildable coverage, natural finish, waterproof wear, up to 12 hours of fade-proof wear, $48 for 30 shades. I believe this is already available at Sephora. It sounds nice. I like Laura Mercier foundations. I don't think I've ever had a holy grail foundation from Laura Mercier, and I've never found the perfect shade match either. I'm not incredibly fussed about trying this simply because, again, I have a huge drawer filled with foundations. Getting to that one in, one out mentality where I have to go through something and add it to the empties bin before I purchase a new one. And it doesn't sound all that different from a lot of foundations that are already available. I don't know if there's anything about this that truly sticks out to me. I feel the same way about the new Gucci foundation. I purchased the original Gucci foundation when it first launched, and I had ordered, I believe, directly from the Gucci website. It wasn't a great shade match. I didn't mind the formula. I might have decluttered it because it was just a bad shade match, and it was good, not great. That is the antithesis of the type of product that I need to be purchasing. Eternité de Beauté Foundation SPF 15, powered by a combination of high skin affinity powders and coated pigments. It's designed to cocoon skin with a hydrated and breathable finish. It holds a second skin feel for all-day comfort. Common themes here with all of these foundations, right? Infused with bamboo powder, it helps to control shine for up to 24 hours while blurring pores. It's $67, 40 shades. Decent shade range. It could be incredible, it could be amazing, and I still don't think I have room for it. This is one that maybe I'll revisit for the savings event later on in the year towards the holidays, once I've had the opportunity to finish a few foundations, maybe this would pique my interest. It's been out now, I believe, a couple weeks, and I've seen people review it, but I haven't heard so much excitement that I really feel the need to run to Sephora and pick this up. And I would need to run to Sephora so I could make sure I got the proper shade this time around. Just in time for warmer weather, we also have a few new skin tints. This one is from Too Faced. It's the Born This Way Healthy Glow SPF 30 Moisturizing Skin Tint. I am not mad at this at all, and I am tempted simply because SPF 30 and a skin tint, I think that sounds really enticing. It's oil-free. It's supposed to be nourishing, infused with serum. 24-hour wear, once again. Who is wearing foundation for 24 hours? We don't need this. It's not a selling point. Although maybe it is for some people. It just always makes me laugh. It's supposed to be hydrating. Again, SPF 30. It leaves skin glowing with a soft focus. It's medium coverage, natural finish. It has coconut water, alpine rose, hyaluronic acid, 18 shades. I imagine they're meant to be flexible because that's not very many. $42 each. I really liked the Too Faced Ethereal Glow Concealer that launched last year. It is very beautiful, especially for those light, very minimal makeup days. And I have a feeling this foundation or the skin tint is going to look really nice with the concealer. So I am sort of tempted by this. This actually does pique my interest a little bit more, probably more so than any of the other foundations besides Guerlain. This one is on my list. Valentino Beauty released a brand new concealer. As soon as I saw this, my knee-jerk reaction was, oh yes, I'm definitely gonna buy that. And I kind of had to check myself, like, Erin, are you sure you really need to buy that? You have a drawer filled with concealers. You have plenty of concealers that you love, that work well for you. You don't really have to fix something that isn't broken. I am just so tempted to try it out, and I think I will just kind of cave and purchase this one concealer. It's called the Very Valentino 24-Hour Wear Hydrating Concealer. It's multi-use, creamy, lightweight. It delivers medium coverage. It's supposed to brighten. It gives radiance, creaseless finish. Of course, they all say that. $35. I think that's pretty reasonable for a luxury brand in 20 shades. What do you think? I love the packaging. This little tube looks so beautiful. I'm not going to be blinded by the packaging. I also think the shade range looks pretty good as well. I like a nice bright under eye. Hopefully this lightest shade will be light enough to give me a little extra brightness. I haven't seen this at Sephora yet. If it's available during the savings event, I will purchase from Sephora. Fingers crossed this will be available in time for the savings event because $35 isn't terrible, but if I can save 20% off, that's definitely the better way to go. I'm sure by now many of you have already seen this new Tom Ford concealer. This launched early February, late January. This is the Traceless Soft Matte Concealer. It's a little stick concealer. It's available in 20 shades. Looks interesting, but more like a spot concealer on the face. I really like my Tom Ford concealer in the tube, the really expensive skincare concealer. This just feels a little bit like overkill. I don't really have a huge need for something like this in my makeup collection, so I skipped it. I don't remember hearing much about it one way or another. If you have tried this stick concealer from Tom Ford, let us know down in the comment section. Is it worth checking out? Is it just really expensive and mediocre? Share down below what your experience has been like. I recently received this new concealer launch from Givenchy. They sent it over in this really cute box. So I figure I might as well just show you instead of talking about it. This is the Prisma Libre Conceal Like Magic. So they sent over one of their powders and then 3 shades of this concealer. It says multi-purpose corrector. It's a skin caring concealer, so I imagine it has really great ingredients in there. I'm definitely excited to try this out, and it looks like the shades they sent me are pretty light. So I will be reviewing this new Givenchy concealer very soon. I almost forgot, this just arrived yesterday, I believe. This is another new complexion launch from Tarte. This is the Maracuja Juicy Glow. 91% naturally derived ingredients. It's dewy, radiant finish for healthy, glowing skin. It has 10 plus superfruits, hyaluronic acid, Weightless, 16-hour soft focus glow. It's supposed to blur the appearance of pores and lines. In my experience, anything that's really dewy and radiant, and it does say it has a dewy radiant finish, does the opposite of blurring lines and pores. So I'm curious, they only sent over one shade and it looks like it's a pretty decent color match. So hopefully this will work for me. I will be testing this as well. We have several new eye products, including this new quad from Gucci that comes in the round compact. This looks very pretty. I think if I wasn't on a low buy, making a concerted effort to not purchase makeup in general, let alone eyeshadow palettes, this might interest me. You know, these aren't colors that I generally love and get a lot of wear out of. So the color story is so-so in my opinion. For some reason, the little brush sitting right in the center of the palette makes it look a little bit cheap, a little bit like childish, a little like play makeup almost. I don't know what it is about it. I know every palette comes with the little brushes and sometimes they're really convenient to have. I just don't love the overall look of this particular palette. I love the larger Gucci palettes. They didn't get a ton of really great reviews. This is an interesting direction to take. It looks very different from the very ornate kind of vintage old Hollywood glamour. This is a lot more minimal. It's user-friendly, it's more travel-friendly. I think the compact is a better size, probably for a lot of people. If it wasn't this particular color story, maybe I would go for it just to try it out and see if the formula was any different. But this just really doesn't speak to me. Hourglass recently launched their new Voyeur eyeshadow stick, a collection of 7 sleek metallic shades inspired by natural light. These shades are really pretty. I'm not a huge eyeshadow stick person. I know the Laura Mercier caviar sticks, the Bobbi Brown eyeshadow sticks are very popular. They're great for kind of minimal one and done, just either apply it directly to the lid or you can just kind of use your finger to tap it on the lid. They serve a purpose. I've never been a huge fan. To me, they kind of accentuate texture on the eyelid. Even if they glide really nice on the arm, they don't always glide as nicely or as smooth on the eyelid, in my experience. I do have a promo code with Hourglass. It works on the new sticks. It works on, I think, anything on the Hourglass website, including the larger face palettes. The code is Erin10. I will make sure I include that information down below in the description box. Just in case you're shopping on the Hourglass website, you can save 10% off if you use the code Erin10. We've missed talking about quite a bit. There have been a lot of new makeup launches since January, so I'm just going to skip to the few product launches that I've seen that have caught my eye. And then if anything else is interesting to you, you have to let me know down in the comment section. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we will have the Tweed Blush Collection launch from Chanel. Danessa Myricks launched new blushes, One Size Beauty, House Labs. I have a lot of those collections. I just have to review them. But this blush launch is really interesting to me. It's Armani Beauty because it has been such a long time since Armani had powder blushes. I think these are powders. I love Armani Beauty. I think it's very chic. It's sophisticated. It's just such a classy line. And every single one of these looks beautiful. I cannot wait until this Armani Beauty launch. First impression, just based off of the shade range, reminds me a little bit of the Pat McGrath Labs blushes, that shade range. The Divine Rose blushes or the Divine Skin Fetish blushes. I'm not sure what the name is, but it kind of gives me a little Divine Rose vibes because there are a couple kind of berry pinks in there. As soon as I get more information, I will let you know, but I'm planning to pick up a couple of these. The spring collection from Guerlain looked so beautiful, not necessarily the eyeshadow palette. I do like the compact itself. The colors inside are a little bit iffy. I don't think this is the type of palette that I would wear, but I love collecting those Rouge G lipstick cases. The denim with the bee and the flower embroidery is so pretty. I will absolutely be picking up one of these Rouge G lipstick cases. And the very last new launch that has caught my eye is the new Dior Solar collection. There's a Sublime oil that looks really beautiful. I love a shimmering body oil, so I think I have to purchase this. I don't even have a choice. I'm just kind of curious about the texture. It looks really pretty. And then they have a new sunless tanner for the face, which I purchased earlier in the year. I've yet to try it, actually, should try it out this week. But they have a new package. I imagine it's the same product. The packaging looks really pretty. And then they launched an after sun balm. I avoid the sun like the plague. I'm big into my SPF, but I just think this will probably smell really good because it's a solar collection. I think it will probably smell kind of island, tropical, beachy. So I want the after sun balm. Even if I don't apply it after sun, I just kind of want to try it out. I already have the sunless tanner, I need the balm, and I need the shimmering body oil. And that's really about it. I know Hermes has launched a couple new products. Haven't really been all that interested. Trying to do one quick last browse of the trend mood page. There's a lot out there. And I've been sent a lot recently, which you will see in reviews in the next couple weeks. But in terms of big launches that are really exciting, something different, there's just not a lot, and I'm thankful for that. I'm looking to go through more of what I have before I purchase anything else. But that completes today's video. That's all I have to share with you. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments, questions down below. Be sure to sound off. Are you still heavily shopping for beauty products? Are you kind of scaling it back this year? What's your plan going into Sephora savings event? Let us know down in the comments. We'll keep the conversation going there. As always, I will be linking everything mentioned. Everything on my face will be listed down below in the description box for your convenience. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.